And we're back to learning Inkscape, and this time I'm going to show you how to create a 3D polygon. You can use the same method for almost any shape. Let us use the Polygon tool. I've got 6 corners and I hold Control and rotate it into this position. Now I transform it, and then I press Ctrl D and I drag a copy down while holding Control. Now use the Bezier tool. You need to have the snapping enabled, just keep to defaults, and then create these shapes by connecting the nodes of the 2 polygons. We need 3 rectangles. I select it all, I give it the same fill color, and then I hold Shift and click on a black color swatch to have a black stroke. You can now group it, Ctrl G, and you're basically done. But you can also add a shadow. Let us do this. Let's say that this is the light source. So we've got kind of like a diagonal angle. I want to ungroup this, pressing Shift Ctrl G, and then I copy the top part, drag it downwards. I make it black. Then I go to Object, Fill and Stroke, and I increase the blur. I reposition it. Keep in mind that it's on top of the polygon right now, so we want to put it down, and now it's beneath it in the stacking order. And it should be fine. You can also add a gradient to certain sides that have the light source. For example, this one doesn't have much light, so I'll make it darker. But this one and the one on top, I could add a gradient to it. So let us try this. Here's the gradient tool. You want to have a new linear gradient, and you want to add it to the fill. Just left click, drag while holding Control to have a straight line going downwards. You can select these nodes by simply left clicking on them, and then you can change the color via the basic color swatches. So at the bottom I use a darker color swatch, and at the top a lighter one. And I want to change the angle a little bit, maybe to something like this. Same at the top, I'll select it, use the gradient tool. It's a new gradient for the fill. I select the 2 nodes of the gradient. The one on the right should be darker, the one on the left lighter. When you're not satisfied with your gradient, you can always reselect the object and then click on the gradient tool, and you can see the gradient that is applied and you can adjust it. As I've said, select the individual nodes of the gradient to change the color, and you may want to turn off the snapping to readjust the angle. When you've got what you want to select it, press Ctrl G, but don't forget the shadow, so make sure that you've got the polygon and your shadow selected, and then press Ctrl G, and now you can export it. And this is how you can create such a 3D polygon in Inkscape. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.